Is Geometry Dash getting harder? This question popped into my head a few days ago. The question may seem simple at first, but it's actually way more complicated than you think. Like, what even is Geometry Dash? What are we talking about here? The levels? The players? What is it? And if we're talking about the levels, are we talking about the official ones or the community-made ones? Do you see what I mean here? This question is pretty hard to answer, so let's answer this stupid question in this video, and let's start from the beginning. What are we talking about when we say Geometry Dash? Geometry Dash is clearly a game. It's a game we're talking about here. Let's talk about the levels of the game. The levels are the main part of the game, right? You could say that the official levels are getting harder, which is a good point, but according to the in-game difficulties, Finger Dash is not harder than Deadlocked, so we can cut that out. So far we have answered absolutely nothing about the difficulty in Geometry Dash. Clearly the community levels have the better answers. Meet the Demonlist. The Demonlist is a list that lists all of the hardest levels ever verified and rated in Geometry Dash. If you look at some of the demons, you may notice that most of the newly verified demons were considered impossible at some point. Look, there's Silent Clubstep, Cataclysm, it's all there. These impossible levels were uploaded a really long time ago, and they still are levels even though they were verified illegitimately. Impossible levels. They are levels, and they are hard as fuck. If we compare impossible levels from back then to impossible levels now, we clearly see that something has changed. That means that harder levels are being made, right? Not really. If you look at the star awarded page, you see that most of the levels are actually easy and very playable. Geometry Dash isn't just about the levels that are being made, but also about the levels that were made. This question has completely destroyed my brain, and you watching are probably really confused, but we learned that hard levels are being made. But that fact completely goes to shame when you look at the featured tab. Let's go back to the Demonlist. The Demonlist website has a time machine feature where you could travel in time and see how the difficulty of Geometry Dash changed. The Demonlist has really changed a lot. Harder levels are getting verified and placed on the Demonlist. But wait, when players are getting better, doesn't that mean that the levels are getting easier? Oh, for fuck's sake. And that's when I realized Geometry Dash is a skill-based game. When you first start playing the game, you can't even reach the last ship in Stereo Madness, and after almost 2 years of playing, you probably already beat Future Funk. You, the player, are a determining factor to difficulty of this game, because when you get better at the game and at the levels, you are making the game easier. Geometry Dash has a level creation system, which allows you to make easy and hard levels, but Geometry Dash is in the end getting easier. When you start the game for the first time, you can't be worse than you already are. There is only one way to go, and that is up. People are constantly improving, even if it's 1 single %. The answer is clear. Geometry Dash is getting easier. But wait, what about the community-made levels? When they first started the game, the levels were very easy, and now extreme demons are being made regularly. So is the game getting harder? Yes, it is. So the answer is actually yes and no. This question is really complicated, and I encourage you to try and find the answer in the comments below. Write down your thoughts about this question. It would really interest me to see what you guys think. This headachy question has finally come to an end. Thanks for watching this awful video, and goodbye.